In a corner of the Ultima Segmentum lies this tiny little planet called Nocturne, where our Primarchs have chosen to celebrate Sanguinala. Let's take a look on what our demigods are doing on this special night.
Alright, first of everything, I want to thank everybody for coming to Nocturne to celebrate Sanguinala. It was what our fallen brother Sanguinius would have wanted. May he rest in peace.
It is a pleasure to be invited to your house. Your hospitality almost rivals with the Ultramarines.
Enough talking. I'm hungry. Vulcan, what's on the menu?
That's the best part. There are no dishes ready yet. For me to cook, you would need to find the 7 ingredients I have hidden in this house.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. And why is that filthy Xeno eating already?
Is this an ingredient?
That is no Shino. He's a friend.
Okay, that's stupid. The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Is this an ingredient?
Forgive me, brother, but I don't remember where the Codex allows for writing Eldar fanfiction either.
Haha, Wagner.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh! Let me answer the door. Liman, call Jagatai. It might be not too late for him to take some pizzas on the way here.
Okay, Dorn. You win. I don't know this. Why are you naked?
Vulcan told us to come without power armor. That doesn't explain why you're naked. I have never worn anything besides power armor. Do you know clothes is serious, right? Oh. For fuck's sake, Rowan. Okay, come on in. Ask Vulcan if he can lend you some clothes.
Well, they might not be perfect, but that is the magic tale of Sanguinala.
Is this an ingredient?
Hello there, my name is Kader and I'm the Obsessive Converter. Today we are going to continue Durable Scales. Today's tutorial is going to be a little bit shorter. The theory behind it is easy. It's just about sticking tiny little scales one by one. But man, it is so time consuming, it's almost not worth it. This alone took me 4 hours to complete.
And I still have to talk to them about part 3.
If it wasn't because the results are amazing, I would have quit long ago. Unless you're a freak like me with all the patience in the world, don't try to ever pull this to a full army. Seriously, your pile of shame is big enough already. But if you still wish to go further, it's Heresy time, baby!
For this tutorial I borrowed one Primaris Aggressor from a friend who happens to collect Salis, so it will be a perfect donor for this video. We will begin this session with a 50-50 mix of greenstuff, nothing fancy. Don't mix too much as we will work slow. With a ball the size of a pea you are good. Once it's mixed well, we are going to pull a small piece that will become our first scale. Roll a small ball and try sticking it to the desired surface. If you are struggling with it, your body secretes sebum from your fingertips. So keep moving it around to produce enough heat for you to sweat a bit until it is easier to release. Now we want to spread it a bit so it will get a better grip from the plastic underneath. For that purpose you will see me using my custom sculpting tool as it is what I'm most comfortable with. But anything that will help you press the green stuff against a flat area will be good. Back at the table we are going to press it gently and in short bursts. Use a pointy tool to define the outer shape of the scale. These are some good patterns to follow. If your mix feels like it is too sticky, kill it by dipping your tools in water. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Man, 30 sack. You see that? That's where I fucked up. Water serves as the universal lube that prevents your tools from sticking to any kind of epoxy beauty. But when working with very small pieces, it becomes a problem. Water will run from your tool into the working area and can and will get under your tiny little blob, making it impossible for it to stick to anything, forcing you to either wait or dry the surface before you can move on. I was too stubborn and lazy to switch to mineral oil, something that would have saved me almost an hour. Yeah, don't be like me. When using oil, just remember, clear all the recesses with a paper towel, or you will keep experiencing the same issue. We just want to prevent losing control over it, nothing else.
If you're enjoying what is being taught so far, please go take a look at Patreon. It will give you access to the Discord, where you can share your works, and I will give you feedback on how to improve them. Also, you will be able to influence on what you wanna see next, or if you just want to support the channel, it will help me with materials and keep my wig collection growing. The next thing I want to show you is how to raise volume on the scales. Using a rubber brush, we are going to drag as much mass as possible towards the center of the scale, and we are going to hit it with the flat of the brush to create different faces, so at the end it will look more prismatic. In addition, you can texture your scales using an old toothbrush or a scratch brush. But don't press it too hard, or else all the detail will start to fade away. I want to take a step back and talk about the scale size and distribution. Let's take a closer look on how small are the grains of greenstuff I'm pulling each time. I want to emphasize one thing. At the beginning, your greenstuff grains will be too big, and you will need to cut them in half once or twice. You should be switching between different sizes, and when it comes to detailing power armor, sometimes less is more. Sure, you can have some areas fully covered in scales, but it shouldn't be the norm. Leave some clear areas around your pattern, and leave a scale or two stranded away. Also, avoid some corners and make the pattern follow a general direction. The scales on the power fists are a good example for that. You can start playing around with spikes using your fingers in order to shape them, but that's something I will cover in more detail in the next video. Our Salamanders aggressor is now ready to cook some heretics with Promethium. As said at the beginning of the video, this took 4 hours to complete. It is a nice technique to apply to a 3 to 5 men squad. 10 men squads would become tedious, and for that purpose, you can go watch part 1, which can also be combined with what we've learned in part 2. In addition, for part 3 and final, we're going to learn about spiky scales and chain sculpting.
So, thanks to everyone for following through this video. As we talk, I'm working on something very special for part 3. So consider leaving a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss it. Visit Patreon, Instagram and all my shit for my day-to-day stuff. Until next time, I've been Obsessive Converter. Stay safe, tech heretics.